How's it going, you bunch of savages around the world getting it done? This one is going to be about processed foods. Are they good? Are they bad? Will they kill you? Let's take a look. In this video, we're going to chat about the different levels of processing. Okay? There's different levels. Let's take a look at what they are. And then also, who cares? Who is this important for? Should you be eating them? Should you not be eating them? Let's take a look. I'll make my head a little bit smaller to make room for the content. Alright, so processed foods are any food that has undergone a process to make it more edible or palatable, etc. For example, taking the shell off of a peanut, that is a process. Or grinding olives to make into oil, for example. I think they crush, but anyway, that is a process. Or combining a bunch of ingredients and putting them into a can. So we have a basic spectrum. On the left-hand side, we have unprocessed foods. This is pretty much foods in their natural form, either plants or animals. And then processed foods on the right. This is things that often taste quite nice. They're designed to taste nice and be very calorie dense. So foods on the left-hand side that are unprocessed, they typically retain more of their nutrients, their fiber, their protein, because they haven't been broken down as much. And then foods on the right often contain less of these fiber and nutrients because they've been broken down. But on the other side, they're more calorie dense and tasty, typically. Sometimes these are delicious too, of course. So yeah. Now we have this food classification system. I'm just going to remove my head. Okay, there we go. So the Nova food classification system comes from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and it's a good method of showing you the different types of processed foods. So on the left-hand side, minimally processed foods. Okay, so this is things that are basically in their natural form, cleaned, dried, nothing is added. And then second column, we have culinary ingredients. These are things that are ground, crushed, pulverized, or refined. These come from basically these, but they're just put in a different form. And now when you start to combine natural ingredients and culinary ingredients, you start to get processed foods. So wines, cheeses, canned vegetables. They have a few ingredients, and this is where we start to add things together. And then when we come to the ultra processed side here, column number 4, this is where you have many ingredients. Okay, lots and lots, and they're often made up entirely of completely extracted foods. They often contain no minimally processed foods. So moving on, this brings to the idea of caloric density. So often, foods that are minimally processed have low calorie density, meaning for 100 grams of food, there's a very low amount of calories. And then foods that have high calorie density are often processed. They push together a bunch of fat and salt and sugar to make these dense little packets of deliciousness like French fries and donuts and pizza. Okay, so with calorie density, we can take a quick look here. 100 grams of apples and 100 grams of dairy milk chocolate. The 100 grams of apples has 52 calories, where the 100 grams of chocolate has 536 calories. So almost 10 times the calories, but still the exact same weight. So you can feel the same amount of full of 100 grams of apples, potentially even more because of the fiber, but have 10x less calories. Okay, so that's caloric density put right there. So if you're trying to gain weight, it may help to have more calorie dense foods because it can be very hard to squeeze a lot of food into your stomach. Okay, gaining weight with nothing but meat and vegetables is going to be very, very filling, and you might not be able to hit your daily calories because you're just too full from eating too much. So this is useful for people aiming for weight loss or fat loss who cannot eat a lot because your calorie budget is low, but you struggle with hunger. So eating more of these will make you feel more full, while eating more of these will typically make you feel less full. Sometimes a bit sick though, because they're so sickeningly sweet or fatty. So no matter your goal, you are always trying to get about 13 grams of fiber for every 1,000 calories consumed. So if you are trying to gain weight, you might find it easy to hit your 3,000 calories with nothing but pizza, but keep in mind that pizza has not got a lot of fiber, so you still need to get fiber for your digestive system, for your stomach health, and also because foods high in fiber typically have a lot of vitamins as well. So a diet full of this stuff, you will often be deficient. All right, that's it for this week. Keep in touch. The more you chat with me, the more you're going to be aligned with your goals. Okay, so send me messages, send me questions, feedback for these sort of things. Love you all. Have a good weekend.